There are currently 13 active sibling duos playing in the NBA right now. Today we are going to rank these brothers from worst to best. In last place, we have Julian and Justin Champagnie. Both are not in a rotation for their respective teams and spend most of their time in the G League. At number 12, we have Juancho and Willy Hernangomez. These Spanish brothers are a massive 6'9" and 6'11" respectively. You may recognize the younger brother, Juancho, from his role in a popular basketball movie Hustle. The Hernangomez brothers are both backup bigs for their respective teams. Juancho currently playing for the Raptors and Willy currently playing for the Pelicans. At number 11, we have Caleb and Cody Martin. The Martin twins both attended Nevada and both declared for the draft in 2019. Cody was selected in the second round by the Charlotte Hornets, but Caleb went undrafted. However, after the draft, he was picked up by the Hornets as well. The Martins are wings that provide solid defense, but they both struggled pretty hard on the offensive end. Caleb is currently on the Heat, where he's having a pretty solid season, averaging nearly 10 points per game and starting a multitude of games. Cody is currently an okay rotation player for the Hornets. At number 10, we have Marcus and Markieff Morris, another pair of twins. Besides just looking exactly like each other, they also share the same exact tattoos. These two veterans are quite famous in the NBA community. There was a funny conspiracy that Marcus subbed in to play for his injured brother in the 2017 playoffs. Marcus was always the better basketball player, as he is a solid starting caliber forward and can shoot the three. Currently, he plays for the Clippers. Markieff doesn't really get much PT anymore, and is more well known for being an instigator and getting rocked by Nikola Jokic. At number 9, we have Jalen and Jaden McDaniels. These two brothers are lanky wings. The older brother, Jalen, is 24 years old, currently playing for the Charlotte Hornets. This year, he's seen his role increase and has been a solid rotation piece. The younger brother, Jaden, was a late first-round pick in 2020 by the Minnesota Timberwolves. He is currently only 22 years old and looks to be the future for the Timberwolves at the 4 position. He has all the physical tools to be a lockdown defender, and hopefully his offensive game develops some more. At number 8, we have Evan and Isaiah Mobley. Even though Evan is the younger one, he was drafted into the NBA before his elder brother. Evan was the 3rd overall pick in 2021 and is having a solid sophomore season with the Cavs. With his great physical tools and defensive instincts, he has the potential to be a generational defensive player. The older brother, Isaiah, is more on the roster for moral support. Number 7, we have Brooke and Robin Lopez. The Lopez brothers are not only 7-footers, but they are also identical, although it's pretty easy to tell them apart because of Robin's hair. Currently, Brooke is a Defensive Player of the Year candidate for the Milwaukee Bucks and has developed into an absolute sharpshooter from 3, even gaining the nickname Splash Mountain. Robin Lopez has now taken on the Haslam role for the Cleveland Cavaliers, being a mentor to the young bigs in Cleveland. Shout out to Robin Lopez hookshot though. At number 6, we have the Wagners. The German brothers are currently both on the promising Orlando Magic roster. Mo is the older brother and has been in the league for 5 years. He is a pretty solid backup center. The younger brother, Franz, is a budding star. He is currently having a fantastic sophomore season and is looking like one of the major pieces to build around alongside Paolo. At number 5, we have the Joneses. Both Trey and Tyus play important roles on their teams. Trey is the younger of the two and is currently the starting point guard for the rebuilding Spurs team. The older brother, Tyus, would more than likely start on many teams, but he is currently a fantastic backup to Ja Morant in Memphis. At number 4, we have the Ball brothers. The Balls are a special kind of talent, as Lonzo was taken number 2 overall and LaMelo was taken number 3 overall. They would certainly rank higher if we consider just pure talent. However, Lonzo is always hurt and never really gets to showcase it. Lonzo is currently on the Bulls and could potentially be a good NBA player. However, he has been pretty injury prone and hasn't played a game since the 2021 season. LaMelo is the younger and more talented of the two. He is a polarizing point guard for the Charlotte Hornets. He really hit the ground running and won Rookie of the Year in 2021, and if he didn't miss so many games to start this season, he could have potentially made the All-Star team again. At number 3, we have the Holiday brothers. The middle brother, Drew Holiday, is the most successful and recognizable. He is currently the All-Star point guard for the Milwaukee Bucks. Justin and Aaron are both end-of-the-bench type players, neither of which don't get too much playing time. I rank them higher than the Balls simply due to the fact there's 3 of them playing in the league right now. At number 2, we have the Antetokounmpo brothers. There are currently 3 Antetokounmpos in the NBA, Giannis, Thanasis, and Alex. And last season, a fourth brother, Kostas, was on the Chicago Bulls roster. In terms of basketball talent, the Antetokounmpos get carried pretty hard by Giannis. The other brothers probably would not sniff an NBA roster if their brother wasn't a Greek freak. Giannis is a generational player, and he is on pace to be placed among the upper echelons of basketball history. At number 1, we have Steph and Seth Curry. Don't get it twisted, the Currys are not number 1 solely because Steph carries. Steph often steals the spotlight due to his insane highlights and being the greatest shooter of all time. However, Seth is no scrub either. Seth is also an elite shooter just like his brother, and is in fact shooting a higher percentage than his brother this season. He's a very sought after player for any contending team. Well, there you have it. Those were the 13 active sibling duos ranked in the NBA right now. Do you agree or disagree with my list? Let me know in the comments below.